Okay, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. As always, if you're interested in learning about cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, foreign exchange, please go ahead and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Very juicy video that I have for you all today. We're going to talk today about how the bank and institutions are in the testing phase. I'm going to show you guys why XRP is going to be extremely important in the digital financial transition that is taking place right now in the world at a later date, right? Everybody freaking out about the prices of XRP right now being down, things of that nature, panic selling, whatnot. I'm going to show you guys how to have patience in this market and that it will pay off in the future, giving you guys some perspectives from the elite's point of view on what's going on in the world, show you guys some world economic leaders that are talking about cryptocurrencies, CBDCs, how they're testing and things of that nature, and how big Ripple and XRP plays a role in solving all of these world's problems. So let me play a couple of snippets from these videos for you guys here on worldeconomicforum.com and just diving a little bit into some research on Ripple and XRP and what they are doing when it comes to working with banking institutions. All right, so make sure that you smash that thumbs up button if videos like this help you all out. If you guys enjoyed the technical analysis and you want to learn my strategy, the link is in the description down below. You're always more than welcome to reach out to me. This is more of an informative kind of open your mind up video type, right? So if you guys enjoy videos like this, smash that thumbs up button. Really do appreciate the love and the support. And without further ado, let's get started into today's video breakdown. So first, I want to play a little snippet from this gentleman. He is the chairman of the National Institute of Financial Research in China. And I want you all to listen to what he says. He talks about when we're going to go live and the testing phase that the banking institutions are currently in right now on CBDCs. And I'm going to take you over to an article that shows you that the banking institutions have been testing this type of information and this type of technology since the early 2014-2016 era. This is nothing new. This is something that has been happening for quite some time. The digital transition is happening. This new world agenda, like I've been displaying on the YouTube channel for quite some time, is going on right now. And the elites constantly mention this stuff time and time again, but the average individual will not go out and research this stuff on their own. So here I have a little snippet for you guys. Zoom in. I hope that I don't butcher his name. Chairman of National Institute of Financial Research. This is a World Economic Forum discussion that they had in about, I believe it was January 2021. So about a year and a half ago. All right, so let's play this little snippet for you guys.
When might we expect the digital currency electronic payment system, as it's known, to go live?
We conducted two tests, as many people know, so one in Shenzhen, one in Suzhou, and on the digital currencies and small scale. In Shenzhen, roughly about 10 million RMB as sort of for consumption.
Okay, he said what needed to be said. I wanted you all to pay attention to his vocabulary. He said we had been conducting tests of about 10 million RMB. Now, what I'm trying to convey to you all is that these banking institutions, they have been running tests with small amounts of money, okay, just to make sure that their transactions are going through, things of that nature, involving themselves in the digital space. They're not just going to dump all of their money into these cryptocurrency assets at one point in time. They're going to gradually do it by testing the amounts of money or certain amounts of money that they can send in one transaction at certain periods of time. And I'm telling you guys, this has been happening for quite some time. I'm going to take you guys to another speaker now, and he talks about the old world being outdated and how the new world, the new digital infrastructure is going to run the banking institution. So I'm going to take you guys to the speaker right now, and I want you guys to pay attention to the key vocabulary that he talks about. He talks about the old world, and I've been mentioning to you guys this new world order that is taking place. Pay attention to the vocabulary. So this is Thurman, and I'm not going to butcher his last name. He is the senior prime minister of the government of Singapore. Okay, so he is an extremely important individual, and just listen to what he has to say about the old world and the old financial system.
You now have new means of payments and new payment providers that are emerging. So the old world of cash on the one hand, notes and coins, and bank account-based payments, the traditional two-tier payment system comprising the central bank and commercial banks. That old system is being disintermediated.
Boom. He said that old world, that old way of doing things is being disintermediated. Okay. And I want to take you guys to another snippet of some important things that he says.
CBDCs, central bank digital currencies per se, but about what we do about this whole new innovative landscape. We don't want the race to stop. And I think our attitude should not be, at this point, to pick which horse is going to be the winner. Our attitude shouldn't be to try to halt the race. We should want, in fact, a new dark horse in the system, which is existing bank-based payment systems waking up, as many are doing, certainly in Singapore. The banks have responded very well. Bank-based payment systems becoming as efficient and as competitive as these new players are, reducing costs, speeding up transactions, offering better service to consumers. That too is happening.
Reducing costs, speeding up transactions. I'm telling you guys, this is big. So I want to take you guys over to an article right here that says cryptocurrencies are democratizing the financial world. And I'm going to play another snippet of a video for you guys from Brad Garlinghouse on CNBC, if I'm not mistaken, or CNN, one of the two. Cryptocurrencies are democratizing the financial world. Here's how. Scrolling down here, we see some key takeaways. Close to the third of the world's adults are unbanked, and a problem is not limited to the developing world. Mobile adoption is supporting financial inclusion globally. And I want you all to pay attention to the words financial inclusion. I had played a snippet for you guys from the Davos agenda in 2021 of last year, where a key player mentioned financial inclusion and exclusivity, okay? So I wanted to show you guys how later on in this video snippet, Ripple is solving that problem. Increased cryptocurrency adoption is also improving financial inclusion as well as helping to grow wealth and safeguard assets. Many people don't realize that opening a bank account and sending money to their friends, applying for a mortgage, and other basic financial services we take for granted are luxuries in the developing world. According to the World Bank, close to 1/3 of the adults are unbanked, meaning they don't use formal financial services. That's nearly 2 billion people lacking access to the traditional financial system. They can't protect their money, gain access to wealth building tools and services, or effectively plan for their future, okay? And that is a problem. And that problem isn't just in the developing world, okay? So just taking you guys over here to this little snippet from CNBC. So I'm going to play this video for you guys real fast. This is a snippet from Brad Garlinghouse, something that he mentioned to CNBC. And then after that, I'm going to play this video. And at the end of this video, you guys are going to see how they drop a little gem that says that XRP will be used at a later date. So let me play this one for you first.
We really feel like there's a tipping point happening. Ripple is solving a problem really for cross-border payments. And today, as you probably know, the fastest way for me to get money to, let's say, New York today would be to go to the airport here in Singapore and fly it there. That's crazy. We live in the age of the internet. We expect the ability to access any piece of information from anywhere in the world. Ripple is working with banks around the world to make real-time cross-border settlement possible. We now have over 100 banks as customers. Some of them are the largest banks in the world. MUFG, who happens to have a booth right behind us, is a customer. Standard Chartered, Santander, some of the largest banks in the world that recognize the current infrastructure is not solving the expectations of today's customers.
And Ripple has a really unique approach because
he said the current infrastructure is not solving the problems of the world's customers, okay? And that's extremely important to continue this video.
you've done that's different to your competitors, if you will, is you have engaged governments, you've engaged regulators and others into the conversation. But has it been hard to build trust in your product, particularly given you're operating in a pretty tough environment, right?
There's no doubt that you have to be patient. We're trying to change the world and how the global infrastructure for payments works. That's a big problem to solve. It's a multi-trillion-dollar problem to solve. I think unlike some in the crypto world, we have not taken an anti-government, anti-bank, or even anti-currency. Ripple has taken the approach of the best way to revolutionize how this works is from inside the system, working with governments and working with regulators. Just 2 weeks ago, we hosted over 30 central banks from around the world in New York City for a central bank summit to talk about how different central banks are looking at crypto and how they're looking at blockchain technologies, and obviously to talk about what Ripple is doing with banks sometimes in their markets today.
So XRP doesn't really get the type of attention that Bitcoin or Ether get. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't have a perfect answer to it. Ripple, and certainly I take not a 3-day or 3-week or 3-month perspective on what's going on in the XRP markets. I take a 3 to 5 year. We're solving a multi-trillion-dollar problem, and today XRP's market is around $20 or $21 billion. I think that if we're successful in driving a lot of utility and value for our customers and reducing the friction and costs for managing cross-border flows, I feel like those things will work out in the long run. It's really solving an institutional problem as opposed to really focusing on some of the...
You just heard straight from the CEO of Ripple that you should be patient and wait anywhere between 2 to 5 years and just sit back and relax, you all. This is going to be so big. They are solving a multi-trillion-dollar problem. You heard it first from him himself. Okay, I want to take you guys to another little snippet that they've released right here. Okay, I'm going to play this for you all, and I want you to pay attention to the very end of the little 30-second video. Okay, you saw right there what it says, banks and institutions are not just getting into cryptocurrency just yet, but rather they're using Ripple's blockchain technology to power cross-border payments. Initially, the project will offer instant traceable payments between customers in the US and the UK. Watch this. But Ripple says its cryptocurrency XRP will come into play later with future banking partnerships. This is massive. Again, this is a little tiny 30-second video that they put on CNBC. Okay? And you guys see how fast it goes away. Boom, it's done. That's it. Little 30-second snippet of a video. I'm telling you guys, be patient, watch and see how big XRP becomes in later times. This is like a project that you should be looking to take profit at anywhere between 2025, 2030. The people who are patient, right, and not expecting to become millionaires once they buy XRP the next day, those are the people who are going to come out on top holding XRP. So reading this article to you all for just some safeguarding and just kind of protecting your mindset long term. RippleNet grows to 100 financial institutions. 100 financial institutions. Where is this money at? As you guys heard from that high-end individual for the Bank of China, what are they doing? They're in the testing phase. What do you think these 100 financial institutions are doing? Where do you think that $21 billion market cap for XRP comes from? It's all of the money that they're testing right now. Well, when these 100 financial institutions start really pumping capital into Ripple and XRP, the price of XRP, guys, is going to be so massive and insane in the future. And again, this is my personal opinion, that most people aren't even going to be able to comprehend the amount of newfound wealth that they're going to accumulate. Okay, so you guys can go through and read this article. This is from payments.com. I just wanted to give you guys that little tiny snippet right there. RippleNet grows to 100 financial institutions. Okay, coming over here to this article, UAE's Rack Bank taps Ripple for instant blockchain payments to India. And I want to keep your attention on the testing part of this article. Rackbank Retail Business Bank in the UAE has partnered blockchain startup Ripple to power instant cross-border payments to retail customers in India, the world's largest remittance receiver. Again, look at this, the world's largest remittance receiver. They're doing business with people that are massive in this space. The age of blockchain-powered instant low-cost remittance is slowly taking shape. Rackbank, also known as the National Bank of Raz, I hope that I'm not going to butcher that, so I'm just going to leave it out, an emirate in the UAE, is plugging into Ripple's global bank centric blockchain network, RippleNet, to enable live retail remittance payments to customers in Axis Bank in India. The private lenders in India, third largest bank, private bank, has joined Ripple's bank clientele earlier this year. Using Ripple's blockchain solution to power international payments, our customers can now send money home easily and in real time. Joining the Ripple network is in line with not only our blockchain strategy, but it also allows us to expand our remittance footprint. Scrolling down here, Axis Bank, a major private sector lender in India, partnered San Francisco-based Ripple in January this year. The bank began using Ripple's blockchain for cross-border remittance rails after early pilots in late 2016. So I was like, early pilots, 2016. They've been testing this stuff. So you click early pilots and this is where it takes you over here. 2 or more India banks conduct blockchain pilot transactions. Again, that term, pilot transactions, this is them testing the technology. 2 or more banks in India, private banks, have started conducting pilot transactions using blockchain technology. Days after the country's leading private sector bank, ICICI, completed its successful blockchain pilot. Axis Bank and Mahindra Bank are 2 of the latest banks to join the growing number of global financial institutions jumping onto the blockchain bandwagon. According to India publication LiveMint, the 2 banks are experimenting, look at the vocabulary, experimenting with blockchain-based solutions in different sectors of businesses and industries. Again, the people that do not stick around for the long-term perspective in the cryptocurrency market are the people that have weak hands, and they're going to get tapped out and liquidated out of the market. We are theoretically convinced that blockchain is the way ahead, but we have to establish a practical use of the technology. As of now, the focus is on whether the technology is scalable in the near future. All right, this is big. Coming over here to this video snippet, the Davos Agenda posted by the World Economic Forum in 2021. This guy, Hikmet Ersek, I told you guys about this guy. He is the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of the Western Union Company. And listen to what he says about exclusivity and inclusivity.
Earlier, use cases do matter. And use cases do matter because, don't forget that there are about, when we talk about cryptocurrency or digital currency, there are about 8 billion people worldwide. They want to be a part of a payment system. They want to be part of the global economy. And when we talk about digital currencies, we should not talk about exclusivity. We should talk about inclusivity.
So he said there are about 8 billion people worldwide that want to be a part of the payment system. So what we should be looking at is inclusivity instead of exclusivity. And look at this article right here on Ripple in a partnership that they're doing with Majorloop, published on September 17, 2020. Pay attention to the key phrases. The founding vision for Ripple is to make it possible for the people in the world from all corners to be able to move value like they're moving information. They call this concept as IOV, the Internet of Vision. This vision is very important to Ripple's foundation as it motivates to create a greater economic opportunity for all. The highest social impact priority for Ripple is to ensure economic fairness for the unbanked and vulnerable populations. This is also expressively the fundamental basis of Ripple. This makes cross-border payments faster, cheaper, reliable, and accessible for several millions of consumers and businesses from across the globe. Going over here to this article, guys, look at the headline of this. Ripple XRP and Majorloop creating an inclusive future for everyone, everywhere. And this is how I'm going to end this video. Again, paying attention to key phrases and how it all ties together. Ripple expressed that they are proud to continue the partnership with Majorloop, a sponsor member, to help create a more inclusive future for everyone, everywhere. All right, this is not a hopium video. This is to show you guys that the long-term perspective is what is going to come into play. Make sure that you guys are not panic selling. You're properly learning how to dollar cost average into these coins with utility and use case for the future bank and institutional infrastructure that is being adopted right now. Again, blessings to you guys. As always, I appreciate you all stopping by. Make sure that you smash that subscribe button and like this YouTube video. It does help boost the YouTube algorithm. Really do appreciate the love and the support. Everybody have an outstanding and amazing weekend. I will see if I'm going to upload any later videos throughout this weekend. Be mindful of the bullish and bearish targets that I put out to you all on previous YouTube videos. If you haven't watched those, go back and check those out. Reach out to me on Twitter, reach out to me on email. As always, I appreciate the love and the support. I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.